Hey there, ugly dress. Look at how ugly my dress is. It even had some pockets too, which is such a shame. Look at this thing. I feel like I should be issued my lunch tray in an institution back in the dark ages. What is this? It still has a line drawn on it. I had such high hopes for this. This is the cat fabric. Let's go sit down and talk about it in my torn up kitchen. Hang on. No. Even I now think the cats are creepy. This is the pattern, Simplicity 9101. I had very high hopes for it. It is this view here. I think that I tried to make it look less like a hospital gown. So I put some trim there that didn't really work. And I think I cut it a size too big, but look how cute. I didn't cut it on, I didn't put a seam down the front because I didn't want to interrupt this beautiful cat print that has haunted me ever since the day I bought it. And it wasn't cheap. It cost, I don't know, close to $9 a yard. Look at it up close. It's got those cats on it. And they're just kind of peeking. And it's not one way. There's some that are upside down. But as I was sewing this dress, I started to lose heart. I don't think it can be helped. I don't think it can be saved. And I'm not wearing it. And you know what else? I'm not even dealing with this cat fabric any longer. Sure, I could take it apart. I could refashion maybe some little short summer shift shirt. Short summer shift shirt. But I'm over it. I'm over this fabric. Remember, it was supposed to be for Candace. She thought it was creepy. Now I do too. However, there are some good things to share with you today. In my last video, and I've got to thank you a million, billion, jillion, because you said so many wonderful things about my circle skirt. Thank you so much. I was so happy it worked out. And I know the reason it worked is because I used that double knit. And when I attached the straight band to the circle skirt, I did so in such a way that was very, I kind of fed the hemband on very loosely because I didn't want it to pull the skirt in any way whatsoever. I wanted the skirt to pull it. Look at this nonsense. This is a black ribbon. It's cute. It's got little ruffles on both sides, but I only attached it for that much to show, and it just... Let's start with the good news. Okay, so thank you for your wonderful comments about the circle skirt. 222 yards of that double knit sold out in 3 hours. Of course, they had a fantastic price put on it, and pow, it went. And so if you were looking for it and said, what the heck, that's what happened. It disappeared very, very quickly. Thank you all, and I hope that whatever you sew from it, you will love. Use those stripes in any way you want. Turn the fabric any way you want. I'm here to say it will work. And I mentioned at the end of that video that we had very happy news in our family. Michael Straub asked Candace Page Rothermel to marry him. Well, I did one of those. Do you remember in The Graduate when the mother screams? When Ben says he's getting married to Elaine? Except that I couldn't really scream because I wanted to. But here's what happened. We helped them move into their new condo. And unbeknownst to me, unbeknownst to Candace or Colin that day, there was a point when the three of us were back at the truck, I guess, getting things to bring in. And Brad and Mike were alone. And Mike said, Mr. Rothermel, do you have a minute? Yes, I do. And that sweet Mike said, I would like to ask permission for your daughter's hand in marriage. And Brad was thrilled and hugged Mike and said, absolutely. But then Mike said, we can't tell anyone. Mike had a whole scenario set up to give her the ring. And then the coronavirus descended and threw everyone's plans off track, out of whack, out the window, falling to the bottom of the deep blue sea. And Mike could not do what he wished to do, but he had the ring. And he said, I'm so afraid she's gonna find it while we're moving, and I've gotta find a way to give it to her. And then, as it turned out, they went for a bike ride on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Washington, D.C., and they had the monument in the background. They were near the Jefferson Memorial. And Candace said, Mom, I know he really loves me because I looked so bad. I was so hot and sweaty and had on this, old riding gear, and they stopped to rest and he got down on one knee. And what was really cool is that a passerby saw that. And when he stood back up and Candace threw her arms around him to kiss him, that person snapped a picture. And so there's the monument in the background and the two of them hugging, and she's got her arms around him in the foreground. And he's real tall, he's 6'4", so, it's just the sweetest picture, and their bicycles are in the shot too. And then she said a small group of people around them applauded. So she loved how he did it, even though it wasn't the original plan. He was so relieved to have it done. The ring is beautiful. It is an antique Tiffany diamond that has been in Mike's family for a long time. And his grandmother wanted him to have it to give to Candace. And he had it set in a rose gold band with little miniature diamonds surrounding it. Oh, so beautiful. So, all of that to say, I'm going to be the mother of a bride, and I'm so excited I can't even see straight. Now, they haven't set a date. No one can set a date these days to do much of anything, let alone get married. So we don't know when the wedding is going to be, but that hasn't stopped me from shopping for patterns. And I received a few, and I'm going to show them to you. Now, this one I put up on Instagram, and I said, I love this so much, and I know I have an ugly back, but I'm going to make it anyway. And I think that it could be made to be very dressy. This would have to be for a summer wedding, and I'm thinking that this would be wonderful for like the rehearsal dinner. This is McCall's 8330, and it is from the 1960s, but all of that little print is a blur to me without my glasses. So this is one possibility for not the wedding, but maybe one of the events surrounding the wedding. Then I saw this one and I thought, this is a contender for the actual wedding. And this is a very old McCall's. We're going back to 1956. The pattern number is 9750. And I don't ever buy patterns from the 50s. And in fact, I freaked out when I got it to make sure that the tissue pieces have lines printed on them, because sometimes these patterns from the 50s didn't. Look at that. And if I make this to wear to her wedding, I will wear a crinoline under it. Hopefully I could find one that's a modest crinoline, not something that sticks out like a square dancing dress, but something rather subtle, you might say. I just thought that dress was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then I saw this one. This one's from the 1970s. It is another McCall's, and it's 3396. And I told Candace that I thought I would make this one in white and sew myself a little veil. No, I'm kidding. I do like the high collar on these. I don't know if I'd make long or short. Certainly would not be white. But that's just a cool dress. And the other thing that I love about this dress is that the back would cover me up. It's just cut in. You know, if you go sleeveless, it's just kind of cut in, but it covers your back. So I thought that was a really cool dress. And of course, aren't there a million cool dresses out there? Yes, there are. I have a feeling I'm going to be collecting a lot of patterns. This wedding will probably have to have about 35 events surrounding it when I get done getting patterns that would suit the wedding. But we are so very happy. Love Mike to pieces. This is fabric. Now, I am not a fabric.com fan. I'm just not. I'm just going to put that out there. I am not a fabric.com fan. Every time I go over and look at their fabrics, I'll find something I think is pretty, and it is way too overpriced. In my humble opinion, way too expensive. They do carry a brand of fabric called Telio, or Telio, T-E-L-I-O. And I have heard that Telio is a nice brand of fabric. So when I made my sister Carol a tunic, and I wanted to find a bee print because I call her Bee, that's her nickname, I found a really pretty one at fabric.com. And by pretty, I mean it wasn't juvenile. You know, there were lots of little smiling bees and pretty flowers and things for children, but I couldn't find a really pretty bee print. And they had one. So my hand was kind of forced. It was made by Telio, and it wasn't that expensive. I believe it was close to $7 a yard. I got it, and I ordered another cut. I thought both of them were very, very thin. I mean, thin. And they disclosed that in the description. And Carol loved the shirt, and that had a happy ending, and I serged all the seams. It was kind of like crepe de chine. And she said, you know, it washes fine. That's what she tells me. And so I thought, well, their shipping sure was reasonable. It was $4.99 for those 2 cuts of fabric. So I was looking at fabric.com, and they have something on Fridays called Act Fast Fridays. So I acted fast and I ordered 2 pieces. One, I really wanted to make a maxi dress out of it. They were both by Telio fabric again. And it was some kind of a rayon poplin, very thin, you know, they say very lightweight. But it was $5 and change on this Act Fast Friday. So I put 4 yards of that in my cart. And then I saw another really pretty one and I grabbed that. Well, wouldn't you know, the one I really wanted, they contacted me and said, sorry, it's not available. We've issued you a refund. So this is the other one. And this package has been sitting on my coffee table literally for about 4 days because I feel like I'm not going to like it. I feel like I'm going to be disappointed in the quality. And I'm already kind of miffed at them for not having the fabric that I was so in love with. And I thought I will open this with my buddies and let's see what we think. Okay, here it is. I must say it has a very nice hand. I thought that the colors were beautiful. I love the purples. It's got a kind of a mustard background. And these flowers form not stripes necessarily, but more like vines. And I thought, that's really pretty. So I am going on the record now as saying I am very pleased with this fabric. I really am. And I paid, see, I shouldn't have waited so long to open it. I paid $5.24 for this fabric. I don't know if I got enough for a maxi dress, because that's what the other one was going to be. But this is thicker than what I had gotten for my sister. And I might have to check out that Act Fast Friday again. I think it's beautiful. Yay, happy ending. Last thing I want to show you is I ordered myself some of the coolest boots I think I've ever seen. You know I'm on eBay all the time, looking at patterns. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at fabric, I am looking at patterns. And every so often I'll switch over to shoes because I like to buy my shoes from eBay. And I saw this brand called, I think it was called Spring Step. And they were the coolest shoes, so I went to their website. And I thought, these are some of the coolest shoes I have ever seen. And then I saw these boots. Now, the box says, Spring Step l'Artiste. And the card says l'Artiste. And they came beautifully packaged. And each boot had its own little bag. But I want you to see these boots. Now, these will be for next winter. They are floral. They have this cool rose-looking leather up here. They've got different color stitching across the toe bed. They've got this wonderful floral detail. Look at the heel. The heel even has stitching on it with the leather there. If you are vegan, I'm sorry, but yes, these are leather. There is the zip. And I had read, and that heel height is great. I love that. I had read good reviews that Spring Step shoes fit, that they're true to size. And I tried them on, and I love them, and I think they're so darn cool. Now, of course, I gotta wait till next winter to wear them, but there they are. So, that was a little treat that I used some of my YouTube money on to purchase those during our rather endless pandemic lockdown. I hope you've treated yourself and maybe bought yourself something fun online, or just treated yourself by not feeling guilty if you're not getting everything done. It's funny because now we have this time. We have all the time in the world. And you can organize your house, and you can, you know, do something really great. Well, I don't want to. I barely want to sew, and you know I am still working on Papa's Picks. This dumb thing set me back a little bit. If I ever need to go into the hospital, I'll just tell them. I'll bring my own gown. I mean, I'm not going to any hospital. One thing I did, I lowered that drawstring, and maybe if I had left it alone and had it up higher, I don't know. That was my ugly failed dress. Those are my super cool boots. This was my fabric here from fabric.com. I like them better now. It's amazing how quickly we can change our minds, isn't it? And my patterns. Tell me what you think of this dress. It's very old-fashioned. Do you think that it would look matronly? Give it a look and let me know. I'm gonna leave you now. As you know, I'm wishing you the best, and I'm thanking you again for your comments. I read every single one, and sometimes I go through and read them twice. So, happy Memorial Day, and hope the week coming up is a good one. Bye for now.